for today's video. So for today's video, we're gonna be reviewing the episode that came out, episode 12 of Class 1 of the Elite, Year 4, Season 2, I believe. No, it was Year 2, Season 4. Now for this episode, it's kind of different because if you watch my previous episode, you know that there was a whole preview about the episode, and they typically only do that when like something really important is happening. And I mean, after watching the episode, I get why they did that, because obviously if you guys saw it, there was, you know, a huge fight between Nanase and Nakoji. There was a lot of things that were revealed, and so one of the things that was kind of revealed to Nakoji, which having which I want to mention also a conspiracy, is that so Nanase, after her, like, she was defeated, she talked to Nakoji and said like, hey, the reason I had so much animosity told you is because basically my boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, him and his father were the ones responsible for getting me out the White Room. And now, like, after his dad died, he pretty much committed suicide. And it was at that time that this acting chairman, contacted me and told me like, oh, resign Koji and everything. And he even said like, hey, if you can get Koji like expelled, I can get you a meeting with the actual guy, because I'm just like an actor. I can get you a meeting with the main guy. So obviously to that she kind of took the chance. But after hearing that, it kind of makes you think like, did this guy plan it from the start? Because to me it sounded like pretty planned, like that he knew. It seems like he knew, but Nanase before the whole White Room fiasco, I feel like just to like keep tabs, because that kid was the son of someone important in the White Room, so it would make sense. I don't know, I just feel like the acting chairman kind of set everything up. And, you know, because he knew Nanase would kind of do anything to get her vengeance for her boyfriend. But I mean, like, obviously seemed like it was ruined, especially towards the end of the episode where she was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave school now that like the cat's out the bag. And this is what I like about Nakoji. So instead of being like, yeah, so instead of like agreeing with her, he says, no, why don't you like stay here? So from now on you can help me, and in a way you're kind of helping her boyfriend, because you said he pretty much died because of me, so it would, wouldn't you want me to live? So after hearing that, she was like, okay. But at the end of the episode, we get this inner monologue from Nakoji, and this is the part where you can already expect it from him. So he like talked in this monotone voice in his head, and like, I don't know, he like planned it, so like he was using words like, oh, even this useless tool can probably offer me something. And He even says like the main difference between me and my father is because he wouldn't stretch out a helping hand for use as tool, while in Koji, he would, and he kind of helped out his end for Nanasa after she was already done being useless. And yeah, I know it seems like Nanesa's gonna play as a spy, and then we get this whole confrontation with Kushida, where it seems like one of the girls, ponytail head girl, she's like, your secret, and so yeah, they have this little skirmish, and like, yeah, you just like had to see the episode for yourself to actually get it, but they had like a little fight. Basically the pink-haired girl told Kushida like, know your secrets. But yeah, it was kind of it. The other thing was towards the end, so like, we see Ichiro says she's walking because her wristband was broken or whatever. So she was walking and she, overheard a conversation. It wasn't supposed to be happening. It was from the acting chairman and one of the teachers. So after they confront her, they catch her eavesdropping. Instead of like being all threatening and whatever, the acting chairman does threaten her in a way. Basically, he was like, "Okay, if if you tell anyone about what you just heard, um, I will make sure a group of students from class 2C gets expelled." And you know, I think at this point the acting chairman knows specific students, and one of the students he knows is Ichinosa because he knows that to her like class unity is everything to her. So what's the best way to threaten something like that? Not to hurt her directly, but to hurt like her friends. And from that obviously Ichinosa understood and she continued on her walk to the harbor to get a new watch. But yeah, overall pretty cool episode. Um really cool episode. Also, for Cam, I kind of want to just, because it's brand new, but yeah. But yeah, it was a really cool episode, really excited. There's a lot of stuff I liked from the episode, and honestly, I can't wait for episode 13, the continuation of this, because I know it didn't really end. And then there's, before I end the video, there's already, before the pigtail her girl leaves Kushida, she does say something. She says, "You're being used." And then when the pigtail girl leaves, Kushida's just there and she's like, "I will find out whoever spilled my secrets." And the girl, she even says like, "Koji didn't tell me your secrets." So obviously someone told her. And honestly, one thing is that probably that guy, that kid, the kid who initially sent her. If you remember earlier, there was a kid, that kid with green hair, green eyes. He's the one who sent Kushida, to record Koji because he thought there was gonna be this big fight. Which, I mean, thinking about it, was kind of sus to begin with, because he probably knew like Koji was really strong, so it wouldn't be really a fight. So I don't know. It does make you question why did he even send Kushida there in the first place? And I mean, I already have my theory on that, but I just kind of want to see if you guys could catch on. We'll save for next week's episode, but yeah, I think I'm gonna end here. Overall, pretty cool show episode, and can't wait for episode 13. I think I'll end here. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.